palette swap the existing Mario with a different color. Oh my god, I touched his butt and I died. Okay, forget it. We're just going. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Play 1001 Games. I'm your host, Gaming Jay, and today we're hopping into the world of Dizzy 3, Fantasy
World, Dizzy!
Fantasy World Dizzy, there we go. The computer talks! Oh my god, the computer talks. This is an adventure platformer game for the ZX Spectrum, and this is basically the tale of Dizzy, who's an egg. And he was walking through the forest one day, and his girlfriend was kidnapped by the Troll King. So he's got to get her back, / he also has to get 30 gold coins. So, you know, that awkward situation where your girlfriend is captured, but you also are interested in making a bit of money on the rescue mission. So we have Dizzy and Daisy are the main characters there. We have Denzel, Dylan, Dozy, and Grand Dizzy. These are all the characters we'll be encountering, in addition to trolls and stuff like that. Before we get going here, can I just say that already this title screen actually looks terrific. I'm actually impressed by this. I've played a number of ZX Spectrum games before, but I've never seen a game that has this much detail in the graphics. I think it just looks great. It just looks great. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started here. So here I am. I'm the egg on the bottom. I can do a jump. The animations are actually pretty good in this. You can go ahead and search. You are carrying a stale loaf of bread and a fresh green apple. Okay. Can I get this thing? A jug of cold water, stale... Okay, wait, hold on. Okay, so this game, the main mechanic is like you search and grab things. Oh, and you're carrying too much to hold. I gotcha. Okay. Where do you think you're going? Whoa! And he kicked me back. I think we can give this guy... How about we give him an apple? There you go. You're so generous. I'd like to let you pass, but if the king found out, he'd torture me. However, you could escape through the fire using the water. Well, thanks for the pro tip. Alright, so now I've got the bread. So the main mechanic in this game is you find objects, you pick them up, you drop them. Oh, did I walk into the fire? I got too close. You were burnt by the flames. You lose a life. Okay, we only have 3 lives to spend, so we got to be careful with this. Use the jug of cold water. You throw the jug of water onto the fire, and the flames are quickly quenched. Ah, interesting. So yeah, very, very interesting idea for a game that we got going on here. Let's see what we got over here. A heavy boulder, and so I picked up the boulder. Interesting. Okay. Let's see what we can do over here. Let's try jumping up. We only have 2 objects, so it should be pretty straightforward. Oh, the rat got me! The rat goes straight for your neck. What the hell kind of rat is this? Man. Okay, hold on. How about the bread? Will the bread appease the rat and keep it from eating me? The ravenous rat eats a loaf of bread and runs away. Yeah, there we go. We are figuring this out, guys. So this is a very interesting game in that it is simultaneously a platformer, but also kind of like an adventure puzzle game. I can't think of too many other games that are quite like this. Oh, I fell through the floor somehow. So I'm intrigued by this. And again, it looks better than a lot of other ZX Spectrum games, I think. At least ones that I have seen. No, don't drop anything. So you kind of like have to just go and like search for stuff. I guess the objects should be pretty obvious. You throw the lever to the on, but it breaks. Alright, that's okay. Alright, we've opened a little gate there for ourselves. It kind of like opens and closes. Oh, and look at this, a coin. Here's one of the 30 coins that we need to collect. Sweet. So this game reminds me of like games that I grew up on as a kid. I said this a number of times, but I grew up on like old shareware titles and stuff. I'm playing this game on a keyboard, which is very reminiscent of old computer games, just that by itself. Another thing that I like about this game is that it's on a totally black background. This might seem trivial to people nowadays, but like computers back in the day didn't have a lot of processing power, so a lot of the really old DOS games that I played as a kid, it was cheaper to draw nothing than to draw a background. So it's like they would always take place on these black backgrounds. So just the fact that this game is on a black background, it seems trivial, but playing this on a keyboard with a black background totally reminds me of DOS games when I was a kid. What are you doing here, Denzel? Don't you know it's dangerous here? Hey, stay cool, Diz. I saw the king leave and thought I'd check out the castle. But Daisy and I were caught. I was thrown into dungeons and Daisy's been taken to the wizard's castle. Oh, we'd all wondered where you two had gone. I'm too busy to help, but here's your rope you lent me last week. Okay, that's random. Denzel's turned up his stereo and is ignoring you. What a jerk. Okay, so now I have rope and heavy boulder. It's interesting you can only carry 2 things at a time. Oh, and I'm jumping under the table. Look at this. It's pretty funny. So the animations and characters in this game are quite interesting. One little bit of interesting trivia about this game is that actually, so before we go to the left, which I know there was a coin over there and stuff, I just want to see like what's over here to the right. Oh, look at that. There's something down there. There's a crocodile. And, oh, there's a coin. Yeah. Boo. Oh, I touched the flames. Oh, no. Are we dead? We lost a life. Damn, we're game over. Okay, well, now we know what we're doing. This second run through, we're going to do a lot better. Okay, I'm going to drop the apple. Okay, no, wait. I'm going to pick up the apple. There we go. All right. We gave the apple to the troll. We're going to get the water, and then we're going to dump the water here. We're old pros at this now, guys. Another interesting bit of trivia about this game is that Dizzy here is an egg for technical reasons, for technical limitations. So the developer of this game oh god, oh my god, damn it, I panicked and pressed jump instead of place. All right, there we go. Oh, and he still killed me. Are you kidding me? Okay, let's just let the rat kill us. We can't even. I was gonna say let's let the rat kill us just so we can start again because like we're totally messing stuff up here. That sucks. What's happening here? Why is he having trouble? There he goes. There he goes. Okay. Oh, that's so weird. Okay, what is this? A bottle of whiskey. Yeah, man. Let's try and like jump over the croc. Oh, he ate us. I knew that was gonna happen. It's an old technique in video games when you have a limited number of lives. If you lose 1 or 2 on the first screen, you just go ahead and like reset the game. Okay, give him the apple. Boom, 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 boom. So the creator of this game wanted to create like a very expressive animated character, and he succeeded. I mean, Dizzy is actually, as far as ZX Spectrum characters go, like fairly detailed, I think. Oh, don't jump in the water, Dizzy! You fool! Oh my god, I'm sucking on this first level here. Okay, let's just suicide. Hey-oh! He's acrobating his way into the water. Anyway, because he wanted to create such like a detailed animated character, he pretty much had to devote all the pixels that make up Dizzy to his face, which left no room for like a body or anything else. And so Dizzy literally became an egg out of necessity, out of the fact that there were technical limitations on the ZX Spectrum, which I think is actually really interesting. If I'm not mistaken, I think Mario has a mustache and possibly a hat because of technical limitations at the time. They couldn't draw a mouth, but they could draw a mustache. I think also Luigi is green only because of, again, technical limitations. They had drawn the Mario sprite, and rather than drawing a whole new character for Luigi, it was easier to simply palette swap the existing Mario with a different color. Oh my god, I touched his butt and I died? Okay, forget it. We're just going. I'm not going to reset the game again. So, okay, you know, we know how to get past the rat. Literally, we died to the rat like 4 times. It's insane. Okay, let's go ahead and throw the switch. And we gotta go and we get our rope. We'll try going to the left this time. Actually use that gate that we opened here. Even though we're not making a lot of progress, I feel like we're seeing lots of like cool, interesting environments. So hopefully this is still kind of intriguing for you guys. But like, can't believe I'm dying so much of this game. It's crazy. Alright, give me that rope. Sweet. Oh, no, give me the rope. Boom. Okay, we got the rope. Now, let's go down here and see what's to the left. So technical limitations are like, you know, a lot of early video games had to deal with them. And it's interesting if you go back and like read about like all the things that were the way they were in classic video games because of the limitations that the developers had to deal with. It's pretty fascinating stuff. Oh my god, that's some kind of Triceratops. Did you see that? Oh my god, can we jump over this thing? I wonder. Hey-oh! Oh no, he totally gets us. The Armorog caught you trespassing. Okay, let's try this. Let's try dropping a heavy boulder here. See what he does. Nothing, he just runs right through the boulder. Okay. So this is definitely a puzzle solving game. You have to figure out like what objects go with what. It's a very simple mechanic, but I could see this like actually being like, you know, pretty fun like to figure out as a kid. Like it's not that hard, but it's kind of interesting. So yeah, you know, these days when people develop games, there are like almost no technical limitations. So in a weird way, like game development is more advanced. That's definitely true. But at the same time, it's sort of like, I always wonder, like, are we missing out on, like, interesting innovations that would come up if game developers had technical limitations that they had to deal with, you know? Like when you do have limitations that you have to work under, that's where, like, creativity comes in, you know? So, like, again, Mario has a mustache, this guy's an egg. Like, I wonder what, these are, like, trivial things, but there are other, like, bigger creative things that people have had to do over the years. Like, I wonder what other creative things people would have come up with in, like, modern times if computers still had limitations. Think about that sometimes, but, yeah. Anyway, this game was released on the ZX Spectrum. It was released on a bunch of other consoles, too, but I think the ZX was, like, its main home. Especially, like, looking at this color palette and stuff. Like, if this was on a different game, the ZX has, like, a very distinctive color palette and a very weird way of dealing with colors. Like, see how he changes color when he's walking under the table? So this feels like a very ZX Spectrum-y game to me. I keep going back and forth between ZX and ZX Spectrum, I think. I don't know my Z's from my Z's. But something I found out the other day, which I never knew, is the ZX Spectrum. So, oh, I thought the fire was in the background, but it killed me. Are you kidding me? Okay, avoid the torches on the walls. You can't even touch things in the background. That's hardcore, man. But I always thought that I, like, was just out of touch, and I, like, missed out on the ZX Spectrum, right? Like, I had a Commodore 64 as a kid. I think my grandparents got it from, like, a church sale or something like that. Okay, I was wondering if maybe I could use the rope to go up that hole. They got it from, like, a church sale or something. I didn't quite know what it was, but I messed around with it and programmed a little bit in it, and it was, like, decent and stuff. But, okay, hold on. What can we do here? Piece of rope. Can we use the rope somehow? Nope. Okay, we have a bottle of whiskey. What could the whiskey possibly be used for? Okay, so I don't know what we're supposed to do here, but we're going to go ahead and take the rope. We're going to leave the whiskey where we found it. Whoops, and we're going to jump back up here. But yeah, like I had a Commodore 64, but I didn't know what any of these things were as a kid, and so I was just sort of like, yeah, you know, like whatever, like it's a system, it is what it is. Whoops, and I always thought that I just missed out on the ZX Spectrum. Like I thought I just like wasn't in touch. Let's see if this works. Nope. Let's see if this works. Hey-oh! Oh, that seemed like it might almost work, although I totally tumbled my way down. So I don't know what the point of the heavy boulder is. Let's go ahead and take it though, because we don't want to lose it. But anyway, I thought I just missed out on the ZX Spectrum. It turns out that the ZX Spectrum was like never released in North America. Like it's like not only was it like unpopular in North America, it like literally wasn't released in North America, which is crazy when you think about it, because the ZX Spectrum was such a huge hit in the UK that the creator, Clive Sinclair, he ended up getting a knighthood, I'm pretty sure. Which is, I didn't even know you could get knighthoods that way. So I didn't even know you could earn one. So yeah, it's an interesting factoid that the console was like so popular in England, but they didn't even bother to release it in North America. Okay, I think I'm legit kind of stuck here. I'm gonna like pause and like try and figure something out here. Ah! Oh my god, you can't actually make it. Okay. There we go. Boom. Boom. Okay, what's knock and enter? That's easier said than done when you're wearing boxing gloves. What? We go over here? Oh my god, we can just walk through the stairs. All right, we have a whole new area to explore. How do we walk up, though? Like, I literally can't figure these stairs out. Go. 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 Oh, he's on them. He's on them. All right, there we go. And enter. An interesting thing about this game is that technically the controls are Z and X to go left and right, and space jump. So, I mean, actually, you know what? I never realized this before, but maybe the ZX Spectrum, ooh, a bone, is called the ZX Spectrum because those are the buttons that you typically use to do stuff. Z and X. So that's kind of cool. So anyway, the fact that the ZX, oh god, oh, there was a key and then I fell onto sharp daggers. Who leaves a bunch of sharp daggers lying around? Oh, that is such a trap. That is such a newbie trap. Okay, I got the... Wait, how do I get the key? That's what I want. A shiny golden key. All right, we're dropping the boulder. All right, and jump! Okay, I think now we can use the key? No, that does nothing. Oh, wait, okay, what do we need the key for? So confused, I thought that door totally would have been the key. Oh my god, and I jumped into fire stupidly. Ah, and I'm dead again. Alright, let's give this one more shot. But anyway, long story short, when I was thinking about the fact that the ZX only came out in the UK and not in North America, it kind of got me thinking, like, what other classic consoles or computer systems were very region specific? I know that, like, for instance, like modern systems like the Xbox, that is totally a North American system. Like, it does, you know, you look at its sales in, like, you know, the US, and it competes with the Sony PlayStation. Then you look at its sales all over the rest of the world, especially in Japan, and, like, it's nothing. Like, the Xbox does not do well outside of the States. And that's just how it is. But, like, that's a modern system. You know, I think, like, in South America, like, Sega Master System and Genesis did better than the NES, which is a little unusual for me in North America and a Canadian, because in you know, Canada, like, the NES just dominated everything. So it's kind of interesting to, like, see the, like, different, you know, how in different parts of the world, like, different systems did better. And yeah, I guess I didn't miss out on the ZX. There was literally no way for me to know about the ZX when I was a kid, because, like, it just was not a thing that existed. You couldn't even buy it in North America. It wasn't released. And it kind of got me wondering, like, what other systems are very region specific? I mean, everyone knows the Famicom is Japan's version of the NES. Oops. Okay, you have to stand, like, right on the edge of this table in order to, like, make this jump. But, like, were there others? Were there other systems that were, like, very, very region specific? I'm curious. If you guys live in other parts of the world, and you know of a system that was popular for you, I would be very, very curious to hear about that. Okay, we got the golden key. I can figure out how to get, like, certain objects, but I think where I'm getting stuck on this game is, like, just knowing, oh god, oh, he's tumbling all the way down. Oh my god. We literally fell all the way down. Where I'm getting stuck is, like, trying to figure out where to use them. Oh, I just had an idea. So you know that bone in the attic? Maybe we can use the bone on that, like, dinosaur. Oh, shoot. On that dinosaur who doesn't like us, and then he won't kill us. Okay, that's the last thing I will try. Maybe I'll try one more thing if that doesn't work, but, alright, boom, boom. We gotta go up here. This part, it's hard to get on the stairs. Oh, there we go. And literally, I get on the stairs the second I say it's hard to do. Alright, and then we get the bone. And, oh wait, and I also have a meaty bone. Oh, no, wait, that is the meaty bone. It looked like a skeleton's bone. Okay. So what we want is, we want it like this. We'll leave the boulder in the attic because the boulder seems pretty useless. And we'll try using the meaty bone on the Triceratops guy. I feel like I'm feeling solid about this plan, guys. I'm feeling good about this. Oh wait, grab the bone. Oh, I already pulled the lever. Duh. All right, watch out for the fire in the background. Oh my god. Damn it! I just told myself to watch out for that. Oh man, you gotta be so careful in this game. I feel like the fire is a little annoying. I wish the fire was a little more forgiving. Okay, here we go, dinosaur. Eat the meaty bone. Oh, I just like totally fled. Is he not interested in the meaty bone? Is the meaty... Oh god. Oh god, dinosaur, no! Oh, he killed me. You got caught trespassing by the Armorog. Okay, so now we're in trouble because I gave my meaty bone away. Wonder if I can get it back. Hit! Get it and run! Okay, we have a key to a door which I don't know where it exists, and we have a bone that no animal seems to want to eat. Is there anything over here? I forget. What's over this way? I like totally even forget like what's over here. Oh, there's another coin. We can at least get that. Boom, 5 coins. I don't know where my girlfriend is or where the Troll King is, but I am raking it in with the golden coins. She's gonna be so happy when... Oh, and I'm dead. Okay, the reason the torches bother me is because you just have to be so careful with your jumping. Like, even jumping in the background, like, totally kills you. So that's that. I feel like that's my one major complaint with this game. I like so much else about this. Like, it's an awesome looking retro game. I feel like though this game is a little too cryptic for me. I think I would honestly have to like either look up a guide or I would have to just sit here going through the same like, you know, early gameplay over and over again until I figured out the few things I was missing. So I think unlike a Sierra game, so this is a lot like an adventure game where you just kind of have to like figure out what to use at the right spot. But unlike a Sierra game where you can just sort of like constantly save your progress and like when you die you only go back like a minute, you know, this game constantly resets you to the very beginning of the game. So, you know, on the downside, it's a little unforgiving like that. That said, it's I think more approachable for kids than like a Sierra adventure game was. Even though like Sierra adventure games aren't that hard for kids to pick up, but like for like really young kids, you know, like a platformer is easier to understand. And I died. Damn it! I hate that. I can't seem to not jump upstairs, and then half the time it kills me. Just super annoying. Yeah, it's an interesting game. So one other thing I will say about this is I can't tell if this game was popular or not. So I know that Zero Punctuation, the YouTube channel, if you've never seen it, you know, they do like game reviews and stuff. I don't know if they're still in business. I think the company that produced the videos folded or something. I don't know. I was never a huge fan where like I watched all their videos, but I definitely knew of them. I thought they were funny. But Zero Punctuation likes to poke fun at the Dizzy games as being the best games ever, which is, they do it ironically. Like, they're not actually saying the game is the best, which made me think this would be a bad game. But then it showed up in the 1001 Games Just Play Before You Die book, and I wondered, like, is this actually a good game then? And I read that it was popular in England, so popular that they produced a TV show, so I thought, oh, okay, so this is popular. The TV show was canceled after 2 episodes, so now I'm back to thinking, okay, maybe it wasn't popular. There was an NES version of this game produced. Okay, so maybe it is popular. That was canceled. Okay, so maybe it's not popular. But then it was re-released 24 years later. Okay, so what does that mean, right? Like, I can't figure out if this thing is popular enough. In April 2017, the company that produces this game released the NES ROM for free on their website. Anyone can go and download it, and it is the Dizzy game that was produced for the NES, never released for 24 years. You know, there were Kickstarter campaigns to get the ROM onto an NES cartridge, right? So it's like, there is and there isn't fans, it is and it isn't popular, people do and do not consider it a good game. I don't know what to think about how this game was received back in the day, or what fans of the series think, but all I can do is judge this game from what I've seen here today. And, you know, thinking about this game being in the book, the 1001 Games Just Play Before You Die book, I actually totally see why this game would be considered like a cherished game from people's youths. Like, when you compare it to other platformer games that would be out on the ZX at the time, like, look how much variety just in environments you're getting. And there's like objects and puzzles to solve, and like, alligators and triceratopses and like castles and trolls and just like it seems like a very detailed game, you know. So like I think I get it. And if I did own this game back on DOS, because there's no way I would have had a ZX Spectrum back in the day. But if, oh my god, I stabbed by the spikes. If I did own this game on DOS back in the day, I could see myself getting into it and playing it. I do think that the deaths in this game are kind of cheap. Some of them, you know, like landing on a crocodile, fair. But my head touching a gate, I mean, come on, like, let me just have that one. So, yeah. So yeah, in terms of like, is this a must play today? I would say if you're looking for some old school retro game nostalgia, this is I like the look of this game. I like the feel of this game. I like the characters, the sound. I love that, again, little things, like it's on a black background. You have to play on the computer. Z and X are left and right. You know, like it just makes me feel like it's an undiscovered game from my youth. If you're looking for some old school computer game nostalgia, I would say this is pretty solid, you know. Computers weren't known for their platformers. That was more of like a console thing, especially the NES. Every game on the NES was a platformer. And this game certainly doesn't have scrolling like Mario did. That's the one thing computers were really bad at, was scrolling. And as a result, the platformers are like multi-screen platformers, like you saw here, where it's like one stable background. Then you walk to the edge of the screen, then there's another stable background. But that said, like, again, I think it's a good game. Is it a game that I would recommend everyone play? Like, certainly not. Like, if you're not in the right mood for this, I don't think this is going to appeal to you. But if you're looking for, like, an old-school retro game, one that's kind of, like, easy to pick up, has a bit of interesting mechanics to it, I would say this one, I see it. I kind of like it. I don't know what it is, but I kind of like this one. So, yeah. So those are my thoughts. What do you guys think of Fantasy World Dizzy Hero, or indeed the Dizzy series? I mean, this is Dizzy 3. I've never played Dizzy 1 or 2. I don't even know how similar they are to this. So what do you guys think of the Dizzy games? Are you a fan? Did you play this? Did you own a ZX Spectrum back in the day, and did you play it on that? You know, did you have like notes scribbled down in like a notebook with your brother, and you'd like constantly try and figure out, you know, where are things and how to use them and what goes where? You know, those were fun times when you were a kid, like figuring out a game, you know. I think that is, those are like cherished memories for me for the games that I did that for. So yeah, do you guys have any memories like that? Let me know in the comments down below whatever your thoughts on this game are. And whatever you do think about the game, hopefully today you've learned a little something, and I made it interesting and fun for you guys. That is always my goal. If I did, don't forget to like the video and blah, blah, blah. You know the rest. As always, guys, I really appreciate you tuning in and watching these videos, and I like to think that there's a bunch of people getting a little dose of nostalgia when they watch my stuff, so yeah. Until next time, my friends, you all take care of yourselves, and we'll be back soon with yet another game from the book of 1001 Video Games You Must Play Before You Die. So, until then, guys, peace. Alright, you guys want to see something ridiculous? I was totally right with this guy. It's just that you gotta place the bone in his little den, and then jump the hell out of there. And then he will go in there, and you can go ahead. That should keep him busy. So, I was totally right with the bone. I just was not putting the bone in the right spot. And now I don't know what to do. Oh, got a bird! A hawk swooped down and kills you. Man, for a children's game, this game's hardcore, man.